Guys, we will be starting soon. Just hang on for a while. We will just start in 5 minutes, waiting for everyone to join. We will start this live session sharp at 6:10. Until then, just inform your friends as well that we'll be starting in just 4 minutes. So I would like to welcome all of you who have been present here for the live interactive session today that we are conducting for on the topic like how AI can solve the complex problems. And taking this opportunity on behalf of Team Impressions, I would like to welcome Mr. Mahesh Pardeshi, who is a data scientist at InsideAIML. So the AIML is basically the artificial intelligence markup language. So we are very honored to have him today for the session. Impressions basically is the cultural festival of COEP, which has started 5 years back then with the motto of for the artist, by the artist. So taking forward this fifth edition in a virtual mode, we are now taking the webinar upon how the complex problems can be solved by AI. And for this, we have Mr. Mahesh sir, who is a data scientist at Inside AIML and has done his BE in computer engineering. He has over more than 10 plus years of experience in the field of machine learning. He has worked upon the amazing projects like detecting the tone of the text, automating supportive systems, and analyzing the product reputation in social media and over the other platforms as well. He has been conducting over more than 150 seminars and training for corporate employees and the AI learners. Previously, he has been working with Tech Mahindra and also with the Sybase, Microsoft, and TCS. So, without making any further delays in the live interactive session, I would like to hand over the session to Mahesh sir.
Thanks, Manisha. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, thanks, Manisha. Thanks. So let me share my screen. Just give me confirmation that everyone is able to see my screen.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Okay. Just Okay, so today's webinar, we are going to see just directly, we'll start with today's agenda. So today we are going to see that inspiration of the deep learning, that is the brain behind the artificial intelligence, how exactly AI comes into the picture and what are the different factors when it came to the picture when AI started in the overall the globe. After that, we will see that machine learning. So before coming to the machine learning, how that programmers was doing all the activities, either writing the programs or still the current companies, whatever the programs are going on, whatever the projects are coming out of the industry. So how exactly they works and what is the difference between the machine learning and these projects. Also, we'll go and see what is the artificial neural network, the brain behind the artificial intelligence. So in that, we will see how that AI solves the complex problems. So till the time, however it is solving and how it will solve in the future as well. So in that session, means we will see in whole 1 hour of a webinar, you will understand end-to-end artificial intelligence from start to end. So I'm sure that I do guarantee that if you give the concentration for 1 hour in this session, you will be clearly understood that how exactly AI works and what are the different things behind the AI. Either it is machine learning, data science, deep learning, how all these things are related to each other. So I'm considering all type of people had joined this session. Either you are a fresher or you are a experienced or you are means corporate employee, anyone. So I hope means we are going to touch everyone. So from basics till advanced, we will cover all these points of the artificial intelligence in this session. So let's start with the brief idea about what exactly was happened in the history. So in the 1943, some scientists like McCulloch and the Pitts came up with some ideas that neurons in our brains, the way they behaves in our brains, it can create some magic. So what type of magic they can create? So when we talk about that, there are the thousands of neurons are there in our brain. So they just making some activation and deactivation of these neurons can take some decisions. If you have learned about the different gates, that logical gates in your study in the engineering or anything, so in that we have learned about the different logical gates. So the way that logical gate works, so we pass some inputs, then that logical gates decide do they want to activate or no, do not activate. So on the basis of that, it gives some output. So the something is coming input as a to the model, either it is a number, like means every time we pass different types of data, either it is a image, it is text, it is any voice or anything. So at the end we have to convert it to the number, because machines only understand the number. So we pass that numbers to the model, and then model activate the neuron or deactivate the neuron. So that activation and deactivation of the that logical gates decides that what should be happen in the future. So 1943, these scientists come up with some idea. So that is actually start of that, means all the field of that, means AI actually we can see at that time it starts. And then after 1947, one another scientist, Donald Hub, come up with another idea that when we are connecting the multiple neurons, they are transferring some information in each other. So when we are, instead of just firing few neurons individually, if we connect them together, so they can take a proper decision. So connection between these neurons and connect means passing the decision from one neuron to another neuron, that is making actual decisions. So that we also see means exactly how it works in our this session. So after that, in 1948, that feedback atom means that model come into the market. That in that means when we decide that anything means what was happened. Suppose if you are driving a car, how much you have to rotate your wheels. So you rotate your steering, and on the basis of that, wheels get rotated. So how much degree it should rotate. So some mechanism is written or mechanism is there in that machine, in that your car. So that decides that on the basis of feedback, that how much machines, how much that steering you have rotated, on the basis of that it decides that how much they want to rotate the wheel, right? So some type of feedback mechanism works there. So same thing happens in the artificial intelligence also. So we will go in that depth in this session. Then in 1957, that perceptron, one of the important topic, came into the model in this history of that artificial intelligence. So where we will see the structure, how exactly that it is taking the inputs from the different neuron and passing that input to the neutron. And that neutron, there is one nucleus. That nucleus is taking that information, processing that, and passing it to that another neuron. And that another neuron is again getting activated or deactivated. So again, that in 1960, some cortex architecture came into the model. So what was happened there means, when we are means right now, if you are watching something, so at that time you are taking thousands of pixels of information and passing it to the brain. So what your brain is doing, brain is taking that information and activating some neurons in the back end and storing that information somewhere. So whenever you are watching something, so you can say that your brain, your eyes has 1 million of pixels. So you know that when we subscribe any phone, we subscribe for the 24 megapixel, 58 megapixel, like that. But our eyes are biggest camera of the world, which captures every second thousands of millions of pixels and pass it to the brain. So that brain take that data and process that and gives the output, or decide that what exactly actions you have to do. So whole session is based on these things. That so at the end, whatever we are doing in our daily life, the way our brain functions, the same mechanism is there in artificial intelligence. So that scientist has mimic our brain, the way brain functions, the same way artificial neural network functions. The neural network is nothing but the copy of your neurons in your brain. So whole session is based on that. So let's start with the rule based mechanism first. So suppose if you are working in any corporate, or you are a fresher, or you are just a college graduate. So if you, if someone asks you to write one program, so what you will do, suppose there is one sorting program asked to write to you. So what you will do, you will take some programming language and you will start to write some rules. So first upon, you will take some array, store that data in that. Then in the next step, you will sort that in proper manner. Then you will print. So all this activity you will do in by using some rules. So you are applying some rules by using the programming languages. So in that programming language, you are taking the data, writing the rules. If that rule pass, You are written the decision. If it fails, again going back and writing another rule. So like that, whole projects are getting written in the different programming languages. So if you see the any miss application, even if you take any application, either it is you Facebook or any website or anything, that is a programming. Projects are there, programming is there. So in that programming, we have written the different different rules, there are steps of the programs. So it is a procedural oriented programming language, in that we are writing all the code line by line and it is getting executed. So that is our normal, without any thinking, just without any training the model, you are writing the some code and that code is getting executed. But what exactly happens in the machine learning? So the we'll see the traditional way of machine learning before going to the deep learning. So what happens in the machine learning? So in machine learning, we take the different data, we take the different type of data and pass it to the models. So, and that model extract the features from that data. Suppose if you have one image and you want to detect that what that image is. So your camera is there and that camera is capturing one image and making the blur in the background and giving the focus to that object which is in front of that camera. So if that type of activity is happening because that camera knows what are the different objects are there in that picture, right? So to extract that features, we use the machine learning. So what exactly happens in the machine learning? We write the different algorithms. Either it is a linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree. So different algorithms are there. We write these algorithms. That algorithms we pass some data, and there is some classification. Like if this is the input, then that is the output. Suppose if you have the 10,000 emails, and your boss told you that you want to find that which emails are spam and which emails are not spam. Okay, so what you will do, you will first upon find the database where that label is present. So what is mean by label? So there are the two columns. One column contains the text of that email, and another column contains the label. So label is like it is spam or not. Means you already know. So there are the two types. Means either you already know or you don't know. Okay, so first you train the model with what you know, and then you ask model to predict that. So that things happens in machine learning, and same thing happen in the deep learning also. Then what is the difference between the machine learning and the deep learning? So the important thing is that feature extractor. So feature extractor, we can say, so there is the one feature extractor, and it is extracting the different features. If suppose if you pass the car to this model and you ask that model that predict which object it is it car, is it bicycle, is it home, or what exactly? So what your model will do, first upon you will train your model with that existing features. So if this there is one wheel, then mark it as a model, sorry, it is a car. If there is some glass is there, a big glass in this structure, then it is car. If there is some bonnet is there, then it is a car. So like that you will train your model that if these types of features are coming, so if these types of features are coming, then mark it as a car, right? Now here you are passing that features, but here you are passing very miss big features. You are not passing very small features like headlight is there. Okay, there is some miss side headlights are there, steering is there. You are not passing that. If you are just checking that if these features are there, then detect that it is a car. So you are extracting the features, but not that much. So the same thing happens in the deep learning. What happens in the deep learning? In the deep learning, suppose this is one person and you want to detect that this is the person, or what is that exactly? So in the deep learning, you take the small features or small edges of that image. So this is the, there are the some hairs, there is the nose, the eyes, there is the all these small features we take and train the model. If this type of some image or object comes, or this type of some age come, then predict it as a human, else predict it as a miss whatever that another object is. It can be car, it can be a bicycle, it can be any other objects. So what exactly we are doing in the artificial intelligence, or sorry, in machine learning? So we are passing these different features by extracting them and asking them, training the model first. So there are the, as I told, there are the two phases. One is the training, and second is the testing. So in the training phase, we are training the model with the different features, telling that this is the, if eyes can be of the different types, right? One person has the bigger eyes, smaller eyes. So like that, this shape is different, the nose shape is different, the color is different, the skin color is different, the everything in lots of smaller things will be there, which will be in the different shape or the different color. So you are passing all the information to the model, and you are training that model. So in the first phase, you are training the model, and then you are saying that if the new image you are passing, then you are asking the model that predict and tell me what exactly that image is, or what is that object. All right. So in this way, in machine learning, we pass a bigger scalar images, or we can say just bigger edges. And in deep learning, we pass the very small edges. So if you see here, in the deep learning, we take the low level features, mid level features, high level features. So we pass the different features, and then we ask the model to predict that. Then when we have the machine learning, so in machine learning, we are taking the weak features, like there is bonnet is there, their tire is there, so our glass is there. We are passing that features to the model, and model is predicting that this is the car, right? But it is difficult, it can be difficult to predict exactly which car it is it Ferrari, is it Hyundai some car, or it is Toyota, or anyone other car, right? So if you want to detect that small means exactly feature, that type of that car, in that case you want to train that model with a large number of data. And when the large number of data comes into the picture, we require the deep learning. So when deep learning come, suppose if there are the if you see the examples of Google automatic car, or if you see the example of the Facebook deep mind deep face detection, so where they are detecting the face on the images and you can tag it automatically. So at that time they use the deep learning, so they are passing thousands of images, they are passing lakhs of images to their models for every second, every millisecond. And that model is getting trained that if this type of image comes, then that is the name of that person. Okay. So at that time they require huge records, large number of records, and it is not possible to train that with the machine learning, and machine learning will not give that much accuracy. Okay, so when you want the very clear accuracy, very good accuracy, at that time you require the deep learning. But the dependency of deep learning requires the large amount of data. If you have only 1000 records, you cannot go to the deep learning. Even if you go, deep learning will not give that much good results. Sometime it can give, depends on the models which you are using, but most of the cases there is no any necessity also. Suppose if you want to go from your house to your shopping center, which is just 1 kilometer or just 500 meters, how you will go? You will not go by aeroplane, right? You will go by the means either by bicycle or the by your car. So if you can solve that problem with a simple solution, you will not use the complex solutions of the deep learning. Deep learning requires lots of power to execute there. It complexity is there, you have to write as different type of code, you have to train the model, so multiple things are there. What happens in the machine learning, you get some ready-made functions, ready-made algorithms, you have to pass the data, then that machine learning automatically learns himself. So what exactly happens in the machine learning takes that data, and we are already training that data. If this type of object is coming, then mark it as a car. If another type of object is coming, then mark it as a, let's see here. So there is some bunch of content is there in your Excel sheet or in your database. You are sending that data, there is a aeroplane, so you are sending thousands of different types of images of the aeroplane and training to the model, and telling that this type of object is coming, then it is a plane. If another type of object is coming, then it is a car. So like that you are training your model. So machine learning or deep learning is nothing but some way of training. So how we train, like if you think that means when you are child, at that time we show to our child that this is the elephant, so that child understand, yes, this is the elephant. So next time when we show that child one another elephant, you again will not tell that this is the elephant, child will tell you that this is the elephant. How that child remembers that thing? Child's brain's neurons get activated automatically, that he or she understand that yes, I saw that object and that was the elephant. So when that child saw a small elephant, and even future, if he saw one another different type of elephant, either it is a bigger in size or different in colors or something like that, so still that child can understand what exactly that object is, because that neurons in her brain or his brain get activated, get stored that data, and next time when he saw new object of the similar type, then it detects automatically. Now if you just imagine that child has never seen the tiger. So and if you go and take him to zoom, and ask him that, what, tell me what is that object. He cannot predict that. He don't know that what is it, a tiger, or if you show some another animal, and he has not seen his throughout the life that what that animal is, then he cannot detect that what that animal, until unless you do not train. The same thing is there in artificial neural network also. You have to train the model, but here you have to train with the multiple images. It is not like the guys, could you please go on the mute? Okay, yeah, thanks. So when we talk about the artificial neural network or the deep learning, you have to train the models with the bulk amount of data. You have to pass the different images. You have to send the thousands of different elephants images to the model. Then model can understand, yes, this type of animal is elephant. If another type of elephant means animal is coming which is looking similar to that, then that is also elephant. So you have to train that model. So same thing we do here. So here we train the model in the deep learning. We train the model with the low level features, mid level features, high level features, and trainable features. So how exactly we train that neural network? So guys, whatever I'm telling right now, and you are listening to me. So what is happening in your brain? You are activating thousands of neuron in your brain and deactivating few thousands of neuron in your brain. So that activation and deactivation of the neuron is nothing but the deep learning and the deep neural network. So when we talk about the low level, mid level, and the high level, so you are listening some all the point, remembering few point, and forgetting some other points. So that is the, we can call that low level features. You are losing that information, again putting some other information, again mistaking some, at the end you are storing very few information. So that type of we can say process is happening in the deep neural network. So let's see exactly what happens in the low level features, high level features. So as I told here, let me take one example. So in artificial neural network, here we have one neuron. So this neuron has some input gate, that is the dendrites, which takes the information and send that information to the nucleus. That nucleus process that information, send it to that another neuron. So in our brain, there are the thousands of lakhs of neurons are there. All the neurons are connected with each other. So they send some information from one neuron to another neuron through the axon terminals and the dendrites. So when you are performing any activity, right now you are listening to me, at that time you are miss you are taking the information and from your ears and sending it to that your brain. That brain is has that dendrites is taking that information and sending it to nucleus. Nucleus is processing that information and sending it to the another neuron through the axon terminals, right? So if suppose there are the 1 lakh or 10 lakh neurons, just take one number, there are the thousands of lakhs of neurons are there in our brain. So when you are moving your hand, at that time few thousands of neurons get activated. When you are moving your legs, at that time another thousands of neurons are getting activated. So when you are moving hand, at that time different neurons getting activated, and moving legs, at that time different neurons are getting activated. In both the process, the different types of neurons are getting activated and passing that information in your brain. So what exactly that means? So your brain is taking all the decisions on the basis of that neuron. So that 1,000 neurons or 10,000 neurons, whichever whatever that count is getting activated and deactivated, that is deciding that what activities you are doing. So either you are moving your hand, few thousand neurons get fired, again another neurons get stopped there. When you are moving your legs, few another 1,000 neurons getting activated, getting fired, another few thousand neurons are getting deactivated. So that activation and deactivation of the neurons happens continuously in our brain. So same time means that scientists, that whatever the story I told at the start, so how they would detect that means neurons in our brain taking the decisions, or that when activating few thousand neurons, sending some signals to your hand that you have to move, or sending signals to your legs you have to move. So the things of that activating and that deactivating neuron, the scientist has implemented in artificial intelligence, or we can call artificial neural network. So what we are doing in artificial neural network, we are taking some information as input. Suppose if you are passing one example, was an image of the number 8, and this is the image you want to send it to the with this artificial neural network. So what you will do, you will divide this number first into the some small pixels. So image at the end is nothing but the pixels. So here these small pixels are getting sent to the model. So every pixel will have some number, either it is like 0, 1, 3, 7, like that. So hundreds of different in the rows and columns. So it has the different numbers. That pixels are nothing but the numbers. We are passing that numbers to the model. Then model will have some functions here, mathematical functions. So in our brain there is a nucleus is there which takes the information from the dendrites and passes it to the another neuron. In the same way, in the artificial neural network, we take the image, we divide that image in the pixels, we convert that pixels to the numbers and send that numbers to the model. That model take all that information and process some, apply some logical function. So I will tell you one example. I hope everyone knows that with this function y is equal to mx plus c. What is this function? Guys,
Straight line function.
yeah, straight line function. So this is one example I have given. So this type of functions are getting used in artificial intelligence or in deep learning. So we are taking that information of the input as x here and multiplying with some weights. We call in deep learning, we call it as a weight, and here we have the bias. We multiply with the weights to the inputs and add some bias and get some output. And this is our your prediction, right? So what you want at the end in the output, suppose if this image you are passing, this is your input, and here you have that y is equal to mx plus c. Sorry. So here you are passing that y is equal to mx plus c. So x is nothing but your input. So these numbers are there which you are passing to the model as input. You are multiplying with some weights and adding some bias to it. So what exactly we are doing? So inputs are nothing but these numbers, and weights are some random numbers. So you are taking some random numbers initially and multiplying that random numbers to the inputs. So just imagine that, just forward this formula, if I will tell you, if you don't know this number 8, okay, so this is, I had drawn one number as an image, and if I given to you and you have to recognize that what is that number. Okay, so what how you will train to the model, what your logic will be there. Just remember, you just forgot there is some logic, there is some already some formula is there. What you will do in that case, you will take this number in the image in the numbers, then you will multiply that number with the different values. So if you, this is the 0 here, so you are passing it 0, you are multiplying it with the some like we can say 3 to 8 or any random number. So we are multiplying with the different random numbers that we call the weights, and we got some output. So output can be 0, output can be 1, output can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, any number, right? So at that time you got some number, but as you have given the input weights as a random number, your output will be some random number, it will not be correct. Once you got that output, you will check that what I was given as input. So you was given 8 as input and model has given 3 as output. So this is one complex problem for the machine, right? And if you can solve this problem, you can solve all the complex problems. So if you can solve, once you understand the neural network, The same logic of neural network is throughout the industry, or people are using in the different projects. Either it is image processing, either it is text processing, or any application, either it is CNN or RNN or any LSTM, but anything is there. At the end, somewhere, somehow, that neural networks are getting used, and that neural network has the same formula where we are taking some information, multiplying with some weights, some random numbers, and getting some output which is totally incorrect, nothing to do with that output. They're just getting some output, and now that model has given that this is the output, but you know that this is not the correct output. So what you will do, you will change these weights. So you have to change that weights in the such a way, in such a direction where that error will get reduced. Suppose you have given the input as 8 and you are getting output as 1. So how much error is there? There is lots of error is there. So we cannot tell exactly miss how is the error, but that model can understand that miss it is not at all correct, right? So here we are passing that number and getting the some output which is wrong. Then we are changing that weights and again trying to multiply it with the inputs and adding some bias and getting some new output. So this process of multiplying with some weights to the input and adding some bias and getting some output and checking that output is correct or not happens continuously in the neural network. So there will be hundreds of different neurons. So what exactly this diagram is saying? So this is the input gates. So all these information we are sending like here like 0, 0, 0, 1, 7, whatever the pixels are there, you are passing as input. So there can be the hundreds or 300s or 500s of pixels you are passing as input in numbers. In the hidden layer, we call it as hidden layer. This is the input layer. This is the hidden layer, and this is the output layer, right? So if there is the only one hidden layer, then we can call it as a machine learning. So it is not extracting that much features. But when we have the multiple hidden layers, more than one, then we call it as a deep learning. Okay, so let's go with some small examples. So just let me draw it here once again. We have this image of 8, and here we are passing some pixels of this image to the model. So this is the input gate, and here we have the hidden layers. So hidden layer 1 and hidden layer 2. So in the hidden layer 1, we have the different neurons, and hidden layer 2 again we have the different another neurons. And we have here some output layer. So here suppose we have the 0, here 1, here 2, like that. Suppose you have here 8 and another one is 9. So this is your output layer. We have the input as a number of the pixels. You are multiplying these inputs with some weights. I hope you have seen these types of diagram previously. If you have seen any artificial intelligence examples of you have gone for the deep learning or anything, you have seen this type of diagram. So what we are doing here, we are passing one complex object to the model and asking to model to predict that what exactly that object is, right? So if you take this example and if you multiply this different numbers with the weights, you will get some number here. So just imagine that when we are saying this is just me draw a bigger one. So what we are doing here, we are taking small edges here. So in the hidden layer 1, we are taking the small edges. So this is the one edge. Let me take it. So this is one small edge. This is another small edge. This is the third small edge. This is 1/4 small edge. So like that, there are the hundreds of different small edges are there. Okay, so suppose there is one another neuron and it has one small edge. Here we have some another neuron. Here there are some small edges are there. So these are the different edges. So you first of all you are training your model that with this type of edges. You are sending this image to the input. Then you are checking that if this edge is matching with this edge, you are activating that. If this type of edge, suppose if this is the one edge, so this edge is matching with this edge, you are activating that. This is the one upper edge. You are taking this edge and matching with this edge, you are activating that. You are taking this image, is it matching anywhere? Yes, it is matching here. You are activating. There can be some edges which is not matching. So suppose this type of one edge, it will not get activated. So this is the one neuron out of that thousands of lakhs of neurons, it will not get activated. So it will get activated only to the edges where it is matching, and it will not get activated to the neurons where it is not matching. So you are taking as it is that image, the small edges, you are matching it with here and checking that is it matching or not. In the hidden layer 2, when we call this is the low level features, we are getting some bit higher level features. So what is higher level features? So there is one bigger circle, bigger half circle to the bottom, one total dash, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So here what it does, it takes the information from the previous hidden layer, and here this one small edge and this small edge is getting matched. So what the model is doing, model is taking from the input from all the edges and checking that. So is this one and this one is matching here? Yes, this one and this one is matching. So it will activate this neuron. Here it will check that is it matching anywhere? No, miss. Suppose it is not matching with anyone, or it is matching with here top one, so it is getting activated. It will take this one and check here, is it matching with anyone? No, it is not matching. It will take this one slide, this one is matching with this one. It will take yes, so it will take one edge at the bottom and it will match. Is there any bottom one? Yeah, this one. So this edge and there is one another one, this one edge. So this one, these two edges are matching. So you can say that this is the one edge and this is one another edge. So these two edges are getting matched. Guys, you are able to see my screen, right? Miss, the thing which I'm drawing.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So what exactly we are doing here? Like we are matching that edges. So we are passing this number 8 and we are taking the small edges and activating the neuron. So when that small edge of this image is getting matched with this edge, we are activating that. This small edge of that image is getting matched with this edge. We are activating that like that. In the second hidden layer, we are matching the bigger edges. So this is the one bigger edge. So if this edge is matching, so we are activating like that. If the bottom bigger edge is getting matched, we are activating like that. If this edge, this is one another edge, if this is getting matched, we are activating that neuron. If this another edge is getting activated, so we are activating like that. So only few hundreds of neurons out of thousands of neurons, only few hundreds of neurons are getting activated. So you can imagine that this one is get activated, this one got activated, this one got activated, and this one got activated. So if you combine all these things in output layer, what you will get? This one of this one of this one of this edge, and this one of this edge. So what is this? Can you tell me what is this example here? This is the number 8, right? This is the image of the number 8. So the model has predicted that by dividing that, means this whole number which is in the image format, we have divided that in the small pixels. We have passed it to the model in the hidden layers, and we are taking the small edges and checking that, and if that edge is matching with that edge, we are activating the neurons, and at the end we are predicting, or we are just activating the neurons where it is matching and deactivating the neurons where it is not matching. So whole this process happens in the deep learning or the neural network. So let's take any other example. So just take one sentence. You have one sentence, or you have one another image of the car, or you will have another image. So what you will do, you will take the small edges of that image, and you will check that is that type of age is already, we know that, means if that person or if that machine knows that age, then it will tell that yes, I saw that age and that age present in the car. If I saw one another age, if that age is present in the bicycle, if that age is present in the human, so we are detecting, we are checking, taking that ages, that model is taking that ages and checking, finding that age with the different objects which we are training to the model, and then we are training the model. If that type of edge comes, then that is the car. If that type of edge comes, then that is the bicycle. So like that we train the model. So guys, are you able to understand this? Miss, did you understand the basic concept exactly? Miss, what happens in the artificial neural network or the deep learning? Means this is the whole base behind the artificial intelligence, and by using this neural network only, whole industry is solving the complex problems. So either it is image detection, or what happens in the Google automatic car, that there is one camera in the Google car, and that camera is taking continuously thousands of images. Okay, so once you take that image, you are sending that image to that machine learning model or deep learning model. That deep learning model is, suppose there is one road, taking that road's image and finding the small pixels of that image and checking that what is that? Is it road, or it is bicycle, or it is car, or it is tree, or what exactly in front of me? So that model is taking the decision on every millisecond, every second. Thousands of images are getting bombarded on that model of the deep learning, and that model is taking the decision what is that object is. So to drive that car automatically, that model has to give the 99.99 means 100% correct prediction that what is that object. If suppose if he got the tree in front of him, and if he detect that it is a road, then that car will go on that road which is the tree. So that will be the incorrect prediction of that model. So what that model is doing? Model is taking that picture of that road, sending it to the model. Model is dividing it into small pixels and checking it with that existing trained the data. So Google has trained that model with the different images of the road. So Google has trained with the thousands of lakhs of crores of roads images only to the model, so that model will not give the incorrect output. So at then what we are doing, we are taking all the data and processing our models with that data, sending that different types of data to the model and training that model. The way everyone is watching near to us, and miss a child watch near to miss his or her and understand the things, in the same way we are training, we are passing that different types of information, because model don't have hands and legs and everything, right? Model don't have the brain. We have to pass that data to the model. When we saw a robot, so what exactly robot is doing? So robot is not a mechanical engineering only there. So there is one robot, it is coming and walking on the road and taking some objects and throwing it out. So all the activities, whatever that robot is doing, at the end there is one camera in his eyes. That camera is taking the pictures of the different objects. Machine learning deep learning model is fitted in that body. That machine learning model is taking the decisions that what exactly that object is that object of the stone, or is the object of the car, what exactly that object? And then on the basis of that, it is predicting and picking that object. So to send that sending that signal, they have some electrical mechanism there. So they are sending through the their hand, and that hand is going there and picking that object. So whatever the activities happens at the end, the brain of that whole robot is the deep learning. Without deep learning, you cannot build the robot. So either you put the deep learning in any way, but you have to put the deep learning to understand the objects in front of you. So when that robot is walking in front of him, whatever that objects is there, he's taking the pictures, sending it to the brain. Brain has some that neural network is taking that images, processing that and telling the model that what is that image. So anyone has any query till now, please directly chat, or you can ask me. So keep it interactive, so it is not like one way of session. So anyone can unmute themselves and ask the question.
Hi, sir. I do have a question. I'm sorry to
Yeah,
barge in.
yeah.
I have a question which is related to the starting of the
Mhm.
discussion that we had.
Okay,
I am a working professional. I registered on the website and then I've come for the session.
okay,
So I have a background of programming language, Java and C++. So
okay.
I'm just trying to understand the difference between the language that we have right now, that is Java and C++, and what additional features would ML provide so that one should go for machine learning or data
Right,
science.
right. Yeah. Yeah, so Praveen, what happens that is in any programming language, either it is Java, C++, C, Python, all are programming language. So in programming language, you write the rule-based code. So you write the different rules, and if your model is executing and passing that rules, you go ahead. So you write the if else conditions. Suppose if you want to do some take some decisions, if you like if you saw one object and that object is like something like Apple or something, and you want to train your model with the help of C or C++ or Java without using machine learning, what you will do, you will check the width of this object. You will pass it to the model that it has the something miss or whatever that miss 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters of width and height and all these parameters. You will pass to the model, and you will write some condition like if my height is equal to or less than equal to 30 sorry 10 centimeter or something like that, then go ahead and check another condition like if the color of this is red and if the weight of this is that one and some other features. So by using that you are taking the decisions. So what you are doing in Python, sorry, in the any programming languages, you are writing some code, you are writing some rules. And if your model or if your program executes that rule, and if it pass that rule, then you are saying that yes, it passed and it go ahead. If it is failing, you are handling that miss in another conditions. But here we do not like that. In the machine learning, what we do, we ask model to create your own rules. So that machine learning is a self-learning, or the data science deep learning is a self-learning mechanism, a self-learning model which learns automatically. So you do not go and write each and every conditions that if height is that much and width is that much and weight is that much, color is this one. So all these things you will not miss write in the coding. So what you will give as an input to the model, you will pass only the data, and it's responsibility of the model to learn that things automatically. And when you will next time if you pass the model one new object which is either apple or pineapple or mango anything, that model should predict it automatically. So what you are doing in the machine learning or data science, you are training the model or you are training by with the help of data instead of rules. In C++, you are writing the different rules. In machine learning, you are writing a model, which model will take the thousands of different images of the apple and will understand himself that yes, if this type of object is coming to me, then this is the apple. Am I clear or still have any query?
Very much clear, sir.
Okay. Is anyone else has any query?
Yes, sir.
Actually,
Sir, can
Paras,
AI
your
defend
voice is not
itself
clear.
against hackers or
Sorry.
my voice is not clear?
Yeah, could you speak a bit loud?
Sir, can AI guard itself from hackers or attackers?
Sorry, can AI?
Guard itself from hackers or attackers?
See, Miss AI, what is exactly the AI? AI is not any created technology. Means it is not a anything which is born, right? We are creating. So whatever the mechanism we are putting inside that AI, it will behave like that. If we will miss you are saying that hacker can miss that AI can protect himself automatically from the hacker. He can miss, but you have to train that miss first of all, that if these types of attacks are coming, then you have to miss save yourself, save your side, or say save yourself. So you have to train that model. If you can train that model, that model will do anything. If you ask him to jump from the 10 feet building or 100 feet building, he will jump. If you train him that like that, he will do like that. So whatever you are training to the model, it will behave like that. So when you are taking that saving from the hackathon, means hackers are there and hackers are doing hacking of any system. So you have to train the model that if this type of data is coming or data is coming from IP, from this type of IP addresses, then we can say it is hacking. So AI will automatically understand, yeah, that yes, this type of hacking. I will give you one example. Detecting the spam email or not spam email. So what exactly happens in the spam email? So spam email is also one type of, we can say, miss theft, right? Miss someone is sending you some information which is they are asking some emails can ask you some credit card information or something like that. So that is also one type of illegal things, right? So we detect it as spam. So if you are getting some unnecessary emails or not required emails, so that thing you are training, you have to train to the model. So what the Google is doing, so Google takes the thousands of lakhs of different emails and send that emails to the model will train that model with that, if this type of email is coming, it is spam. If another type of email is coming, it is not spam. And at the end, when the new email is coming, that model automatically detects that is it spam or not. Right. So what exactly we are doing? First of all, we are training the model with the different data. Then model is getting trained like the way we train to the child. Once that child or that model is trained, next time we pass the new information, ask that model to predict. Now the accuracy come into the picture. So what exactly happens? Sometime model do not predict exactly 100%. So model will give that accuracy. Yes, means I saw that object and I think that it is a apple, but I am sure only 80%. I'm not sure 100% that is the apple. So that model is sure only for 80% it is apple, and only 10% it is not apple. Okay, or 20% is not apple. So in that case, model is giving you the both the output, but maximum output is towards the one thing. So you have to take the decision. So in the same way, as you ask me the question that will it predict from the hacker? Yes, it will predict automatically, depends on the training which we have done. Is that clear? You have any query?
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah, hi Sriniket.
Uh, Sir, I just wanted to know, when will AI take over the human world? In the sense, I am sure you might have seen this robot movie.
Right.
So, is that kind of scenario really possible? And when would it happen?
Yeah, very interesting question. That means, see, what is the things are happening in the throughout the world. So all the companies, either in India or Japan or China, all the companies are running behind the automation. So all companies, either it is China's manufacturing company. If you have here anywhere that, if in the news that 50 to 60% of their manufacturing activities are get automated. The way they was working 10 years back or 15 years back, they have already automated their 50 to 60% of activities. Because of that globalization and all these things, that lots of recession is coming in this world, and all the companies are automating that thing, and it is becoming necessity for all the companies. Either it is a Facebook, Google, IBM, or any company in the market. If they will not do that, some other company will do that. If LinkedIn will not do the automation, IBM will do. If IBM will not do, Infosys will do. Infosys will not do, TCS will do. TCS will not do, Google will do. So all companies are trying to move towards the automation. So they are trying max to max. So now the second thing that you are asking, that means will it go towards that way, the way whole everywhere robots are moving, and the, it is possible, but not miss like that much extent, that much early. It will take longer time to go to that level. After at least 200 year 200 year it will take. But the way our lifestyle will change, the way we was living previously in the 50 years back, or people was living in that generation, and the way we are living right now, it will be totally get changed in the next 5, 10 years, 20 years, 15 years. So lots of things will get changed, but we cannot say that immediately suddenly all the things will get changed and everywhere you will see that robots are moving, or our child also in the robot form. It is not that much possible it very easily. It will take a long time.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you explain what would happen after 200 years? What would be the world like after 200 years?
Sorry, actually
Kind of in terms of
I cannot
AI.
say what will happen after 200 years. I can see after 10 years, 15 years what will happen. Yeah, 30 years what can happen after 200 years.
The 200 years, in the sense जब AI मतलब एडवांस मोस्ट एडवांस लेवल पे
See,
जाएगा तब
actually
क्या
what
होगा?
happens that means, if you have seen that in to 1990s or 2000, the way people was living. But do you think that people has lose their jobs in 2020 because of computer, because of the cars, and means all the automation has came in last 20, 30 years? Has they lose their jobs? No, they have got some new opportunities. Either the computer has given them lots of new opportunities, either that's electronic things or the Google globalization has created the new opportunities. It will happen the same way. Right now you are using the mobile, but after 2 years you will change that mobile, you will take the higher version of that mobile. Definitely the mobile maker company has to work on that advanced versions. He has to put some new AI in that and sell it again. So again you will go to higher version of that mobile. So mobile companies means even they are selling, they have sold already thousands of crores of mobiles in throughout the world. Still they are preparing. They didn't think that and still new companies are coming in the market. Why? Because they knows that this whole world works on the some, they want something change, they want something new. So they are coming into this industry. Even we are in this industry, after 5 years some new companies will come into the industry and they will give some better services. So even whatever the things will come into the AI after 10 years, people will ask something better than that. Even the automatic car also come into the picture, they will ask some different features in that. Again people has to develop that, again companies has to work on that. So it will create the new opportunities. Just the way the people was working for the last 20-30 years will get changed, and it has to change, and everyone has to change in that way.
Uh, Sir, if you allow me, can I add one or two points to your explanation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. I forgot who asked the question. Praveen, this side. I have a work experience right now. I'm a working professional. So the first question that was asked, when will AI take over the market and all? So based on my experience, whatever I am working on right now, there are two parts to artificial intelligence. One is weak AI, and the other one is strong AI, strong artificial intelligence. So weak artificial intelligence is the era we are living in right now. So when will, so to answer your question, when will AI take over the market and everyone, all of us, when will robots rule us? So there's a limit. If you see the way the explanation how Mahesh sir has given us, we train the models, right? The algorithms. We give the data, and based on which they define their own rules. The day when they themselves take the data, they themselves observe the data and learn by themselves, that is when we can say that there's a possibility they can start ruling over us. Point number one. And point number two, someone also asked what will happen after 200 years. So based on what I have worked on and based on what I have read, uh, only as Mahesh sir had said, only the way we work will change, and not there would not be much of a difference, because in 1959 or 1960 somewhere, when artificial intelligence was just about to start, everyone predicted that there will be flying cars in 2020, and look where we are right now. There's not much of a difference, only the way we work has changed. So this is the answer to the second question that was asked. This is my opinion, by the way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I am agree. That means, as I told, that means, even the migration is happening, modifications are happening. Again, people will ask some new modifications, but this things will not stop, or it will just be in the rotating phase. It will start to upgrade themselves. All the companies will try to upgrade after 50 years, 30 years, 100 years. They will try to upgrade themselves with the new technology and new skills. So these things is not going to stop at any point of time.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, is any other question? So to understand, miss, if you go for the artificial intelligence in the different domains, so if you are going to that means manufacturing industry, all the way lots of AI is coming in that industry. Either it is a product manufacturing part or it is the process of automation. All the things means taking the peripherals to their streamline and working on that. All the things are getting done with the help of robots. Robots are taking the decisions, fitting the screw on that board and passing it to the next model. So all these things are happening with the help of robots. In future also it will get automate most of the things. If you have heard that means Tesla company, which is a manufacturer of the Tesla cars, so they have very few employees in their manufacturing plants. Means every day hundreds of car coming out of their industry, but very few people are like, just we can count that people, that much people are working in their industry, in that company, and most of the things they have automated there. So lots of things whatever the companies are doing nowadays, they are automating that. Again, if you go to the another domain, it is like agriculture. So if you see that agriculture domain has a very good strength, very good capacity to take that AI in it, and lots of companies are investing lots of money in creating the different models where it will give the exact predictions of weather conditions. So after 6 years, at that time, at that moment, what will be the raining conditions, how much raining will be there. So that models are giving very accurate results. So nowadays they are taking all the data, means they are taking the last 100 years of data and passing it and processing through the different algorithms and giving the predictions to the our miss farmers that what they should do. So this type of work is coming out in the industry, and it will really help to all the farmers. So if you see that the way farmers are working, they are putting their whole life on the risk. They are putting the crops in their farm. They don't know what will the future. What will the future means? Either it will come out or it will be wash out in the raining, or what will happen. So they don't know anything. Just on the God faith, they are just going ahead. Now, what is AI is doing? AI is giving them early prediction that what can be the rainy conditions, what exactly weather conditions will be there, and how much raining will be there. So these things are happening, and lots of scope is there in this industry for the artificial intelligence. Again, if you go to the healthcare industry, you will see after a few years that one robot is there in another country, and that robot is doing some performing some operations. And sorry, that there is one doctor in another country, the doctor is performing some operations, and same type of robot is there in another country, in another hospital, and he's doing the same activity there. So he's mimicking that doctor which is sitting in another country. So that type of robotics or automation or the AI is coming into the picture. So definitely it will help a lot. It can save lots of treasuries, lots of people from the death. So if there is one good doctor who knows the lots of things and he can save to the people, save the life of the people, so it should get utilized in all the countries. So that is the form of globalization. The way right now people was traveling from one location to another location, in future people will not travel. There will be one agent of that person in another country. So the way I'm sitting here in India, there will be my agent in the USA or China. So when I want to move from there to another location, that agent will move, and whatever he's watching, I will get in VR, virtual reality. So the way I'm moving here, the same way that robot will move there. So that type of things will definitely come into the coming upcoming days. So lots of scope for the artificial intelligence and data science. So if you want to learn the artificial intelligence data science, we have a very good platform in that we are taking the end-to-end training of the data science, deep learning, artificial intelligence. So just I will take you to means we are going to enroll some offers for this. So if you have seen InsideAIML's website, so InsideAIML is a product development company. Basically, we have different products of support automation and other things where we are automating the lots of support things. And we have corporate employees, IIT trainers who has crafted different courses for machine learning, data science, deep learning. In these courses, we are taking from the basics of the Python till the advanced machine learning, data science, deep learning in detail, plus Power BI, Tableau, whatever the things are required for this current industry, current organization in the market. We have covered all these things from the scratch. So we have the majorly 3 courses. So if you go to the machine learning with Python statistics, so this is one combined course. So this course contains the 3 courses altogether. So if you open this course, you will see that this course has the Python plus machine learning, mini mega projects for Python, Django. Django is one framework of the Python. We have the machine learning and statistics for machine learning and machine learning projects. So like that, 6 projects or 6 courses are combined in this one course. So this course contains 200 plus lectures are there, 40 plus hours of course content, 2 months of live class access, 100% job assistance we are providing to the enrollment who are doing the enrollment for this. 15 plus projects are there. You can see that whole course content is divided in the small videos and the sections, and you will get every month. For the 2 months we are providing the mentorship access. So in this mentorship, we took all the lectures one by one. So in the first lecture, we take that means introduction to Python, variables, Python list, functions, like that. We cover all the topics of the Python. Then in the second month, we cover the statistics and machine learning. So in the 2 month, every Sunday, 2 hours of live sessions we conduct. So we can call it as a mentorship sessions. So it is for the 2 months for the every Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. we took, and this whole course is for the lifetime access. So it is not like just you have to just access for the 2 months and then after that you have to leave it out. It is not like that. You can access this course for the throughout the life, and whatever the new technologies are coming out, new things are coming out, we are adding to that. So the cost of this course actually generally it goes for the for the live batches it costs for 25, but we are providing offer of ML at the AIML in 5,000. But if anyone want to enroll for this course, you can enroll. Miss today for this COEP students and the people who has joined today's session, we have given one offer. You can access this course in 1800 rupees. That is 1799. So you have to apply one coupon code here. That is the ML at the rate AIML. So sorry, ML at the rate 1799. So if you apply this coupon code, you can access this course at just price of the miss 1800 rupees 799. So this is the coupon code, and I will just share the link of this course. So if anyone want to enroll to this course, they can enroll. So this is the machine learning course. You can enroll for it just in 1800 rupees. Just of today's offer we are providing for the students who have joined with the COEP. Again, we have one another course, that is the data science master program. In the data science master program, we have taken all the data science part plus machine learning and data science. So whatever the things we are doing in the deep learning, artificial intelligence, all are the part of the data science. Data science is also part of that artificial intelligence. So when we talk about the Python, we can do the programming of the artificial intelligence. When we talk about the machine learning, we can do the programming of the artificial intelligence. When we talk about the data science, that is also at the end come for the artificial intelligence. So altogether, AI is not a specific technology. AI is very big domain. In that domain, different technologies comes. Either it is robotics, either it is IoT, either it is machine learning, data science, deep learning, RPA, remote process automation, anything. Means whatever the technologies which comes in the even a DevOps also, we can say that one type of automation. So all these things comes in the artificial intelligence. So artificial means what exactly mean by I'm learning artificial intelligence. So even if you are learning machine learning, it is also artificial intelligence. If you are learning data science, that is also artificial intelligence. If you are learning deep learning, that is also artificial intelligence. But to understand the deep learning, you should understand the data science and the machine learning first. If you are good with the data science and machine learning, then you can go for the deep learning. So this data science course has 340 plus lectures, 60 plus hours of course content, 3 months of live mentorship access we have provided every Sunday for 2 hours, and you will get the 100 plus job assistance plus 15 plus projects. And this course actually costs we give the enrollment for the for live batches 18,000 and 8 triple nine was the offer. But if you want to enroll today for the people who are going to enroll for this course in this batch, so they can access this course in just 18 sorry 4999. So you have to apply one coupon code, that is the ds at the rate 4999. If you apply this code, you will get this course at 4999. So let me just ping you this code. If anyone want to enroll for this code, they can enroll this one. And one another course is there where we are providing with the job assistance, we are providing the job guarantee. Why we provide the job guarantee? Because we have dedicated team of the HRs who allocates your resumes, and all the people who, there is one criteria that students should have at least B or BTech or ME, means minimum that graduation has completed, or that he is in the last year somewhere, so that people also can enroll for this course, in the which we are providing the internship also. For the 6 months internship you will get, and 4 months of live class access. So first month for Python, second month for data science, third month for the deep learning, and last month for the third month for the data science, and fourth month for the deep learning. So like that, 4 months of access. In that we cover all the course content from the basics of Python till Django, machine learning, data science, and deep learning. So everything will get covered. And this course cost means we have provided an offer of 18,000. But if you are going to enroll this course today, you can access this course in 9,000 rupees, like that is 8,999. So the offer for that one is the E2E AI at the rate 7,999, 8,999. So if anyone want to get this job guarantee, in that case you can go for this course. We provide the job guarantee, and only the requirement is there that you should have the means minimum graduation completed or the last year of the graduation, and you should come all to all the sessions. So altogether, we provide the different courses on machine learning, data science, and deep learning. So if you want to enroll for any of the course, either for the machine learning, which is containing the Python plus statistics, data science, which is for the data science plus machine learning plus Python, and the master of artificial intelligence, which comes with the deep learning, data science, machine learning, Python, statistics, and the Power BI and Tableau, this tool. So near about 9 courses are combined in this one single course. So you can enroll for this course. Today is the last day offer. We are providing only people who are joined the today's session. So coming back to the exactly Miss AI application. So what exactly is that architecture of AI application? So when we are developing any application, now you will ask me that what exactly should I do? Means when I'm developing any application, what is the process? So first of all, you have to write the Python program. So what is that Python program? Suppose they take one example. There is one your means you join any company for the artificial intelligence engineer or a data scientist or machine learning engineer. What will be your day-to-day activities there? First upon, you will get some data. So that data, we were taken some examples. So just take one example of, there is a sentiment analysis there. So you have to find that whatever the sentences you are getting, is it positive or negative? So if you got some reviews from the Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you want to predict that reviews are positive or negative. So what you will do, first of all, you will take that data and process that data. What is meant by processing? You will remove the null values, you will remove the unwanted columns, you will remove some numbers from there, which is unwanted records are there, unwanted strings are there. So you will clean that data. Then you will take to one column, that is the class or the label, and you will tell that if this is the sentence, then it is positive. Miss, suppose there is one sentence you had done good job, then we can say it is positive sentence. If there is one another sentence you had not done good job, it is a negative sentence. So you will mark that. So you will mark all the sentences with positive and negative. Like that, you will mark all the sentences of your data set, and you will write one Python program. That Python program means one data science algorithm or machine learning algorithm you will write with the help of Python. So there are some libraries are there. You will import that libraries, and you will train your model with the thousands of records. And if the data which is coming is input, you are training the model with that. This is the output, and the model will take the decisions for the new data. So you will write the Python program. Then you will create the REST application, REST endpoints we called. We create the different REST endpoints. That is the endpoints means services, so web services. And then we create some Flask applications. So Flask application is also one type of means we can call the, in the machine learning paradigm or the Python paradigm, we call it as a means services with endpoint, where all the REST endpoints which you have created, that you will put in the Flask. Then you will create some Docker containers and deploy it to the Azure. So this is a very big process. So initially you will start with the Python programming, then you will create some endpoints, then you will write some Flask based applications, then you will go for the containerization, that packaging all the applications, and then you will deploy it to the server. So this is the whole process when you start to work. But in this process, in this Python program, there are the lots of things are there. Miss writing the different small models. You will write different small applications and then combine it and then create the rest of endpoint. It's not like just 10-15 lines of code you will write and make the application, right? Hundreds of thousands of lines will be there. You will combine all these code logics. You will define your models, train your models, and get some output. So at the end, whatever you are working in the artificial intelligence, only thing is that you have to understand the, at the basic level, first of all you have to understand the what exactly that AI, what exactly that deep learning, what exactly the data science, how exactly they works. The way we was taken it here in this example, that how it is copying the neural network, the way it is taking the information, processing that, and getting the output. If you understand this concept, it will take some time. Once you understand these concepts, you can write any artificial intelligence application. You can work on any practical projects of the data science deep learning. But to go to that level, it will take some time. It is not like immediately after just listening for the 1 hour, you will understand the data science and deep learning. Just we have given one brief idea about that, what exactly happens. That means the way the model get trained, how we train the model, means the way we pass the information to the model will tell that this is the that object, and when we passing the new object, then predict that what is that object. So in that way we train the model and get the output, and the next time we pass the new output and ask model to give the output. The way we train to the child, in the same way we train to the model. So I hope you understand how artificial intelligence works. So is anyone has any question, any doubts, you can ask. uh, Jero asking one question: if we completed the machine learning course today, to next 2 months, will you provide certificate completion along with the, we are providing the certificate of the completion of the project and the certificate of the course, so you will get both the things. Yeah, Rahul, thanks for interest. So you can enroll for the course and you can join. Pranav is asking that what is the average package of the data scientist. Yeah, Pranav. So question is very interesting. So Miss, all the people, Miss, whenever they joins, they first ask that what is the package of the data scientist. So I will suggest that don't focus on the package. So generally people are getting the 10 lakhs also, 20 lakhs also, 30 lakhs also, 75 lakhs also, or 80 lakhs also. Means it is, there is no any defined boundary for the data scientist package. The minimum it starts from the 5, 6, 7, 10 lakhs also, and it goes to the 75, 80 lakhs, 1 crore also. So it totally depends on the, what type of work you are doing, what type of problems you are solving. Either it is deep learning's problem or complex problems you are solving for your organization, and organizations is getting huge profit from that, you can get a huge salaries in that. So there is no any limitation to the salary. So there is a huge hike, huge demand, because people want to, lots of people think that why why there is so much high salaries is there. The reason behind this, that the number of openings are there in the market, number of projects are coming into the market, but the number of people has joined in this domain are very less, or people has actual skills of the data science, deep learning, neural network, they are very less. Even people have joined, they knows very basic things, they don't know that advanced machine learning, data science things. So if you can grasp the things, definitely there is lots of huge scope is there, you can get very good salaries. Thank Praveen for enrollment. Thanks Pratik, interested to join data science course. Thanks Pritika. Anant, I
Hello, sir.
recently graduated. Yeah, yeah, this is
Sir,
Mahesh. Yeah.
is there any possibility that excess use of AI can decrease the employment?
AI can decrease the employment, but it will decrease the employment in the non-technical field. People who are working in the different non-technical domain, either it is a hotel industry. So the way people are working there, either it is a waiter or it is food maker. So anyone is there. So their job can be at the risk, because they are doing all the things are repetitive. So whoever is working on the repetitive task, so it is time to come out of that comfort zone. So what the people has made their assumption that whatever I'm doing, that is a repeated task, nothing is there, just I'm doing the repetitive my daily task and going to the office at 9 p.m. am and coming out to the 6 p.m. So that's it. So this mindset need to be changed. People has to come out of their comfort zone and start to work on the complex technical problems. There is lots of opportunities also there, and yes, 100% there is the risk of losing the jobs if you are from the non-technical field. Thanks, Pranav. Yeah, you can enroll for the data science course. Is any other question?
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, sir. I have a question. Sir, I want to make my career in data science.
Okay.
So, what should be the ideal learning path to get proper skills in data science field?
Right, right. So if you want to make the career in the data science or the data artificial intelligence, first upon you have to start with the basics of the Python. Once you understand the Python, you have to start to work on small projects. Until and unless you do not work on the projects, there is no any way to learn the data science, deep learning, anything. If you want to learn any programming language, first upon you have to work on the small POCs, small projects, small assignments. Then and then only you can work on some complex projects and complex assignments. So first of all, start with the small projects. And to work on that project, definitely you have to learn the syntax. So that programming language you will learn automatically. So start with some basic Python, learn that Python from the different sites of the courses. You can learn it. Once you learn that, go for the small POCs, learn that Python POC, then go for the data science. Take one example, take any data set and start to work on that. Do your R&D. Once you start to do that R&D, automatically you will get that interest. Creating that interest for the data science is very important thing. And I will suggest you to work on the Titanic dataset first. So the problem of the Titanic dataset was a bit interesting, that how the people was survived and how much was survived, in which category they survived, and where that most of the people expired. So that data, which very interesting data is there. And when we are working on that type of data, it creates some interest to work on that and find the patterns from that. So I will suggest to start the programming, then start to work on small POCs, take Titanic dataset as a first POC, and then go ahead. Any other question?
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the difference between AL and ML? Please.
Sorry, what is the difference between AI and ML?
AL and ML.
AL means you are saying algorithms, what exactly?
Yes.
Yeah, means AL means, are you saying AL or DL?
AL, sir. AL. Artificial engineering.
Okay, yeah. So what is the means, as I suggested previously, that artificial intelligence, AI and ML. So ML is one subset of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is very big domain. In that domain, the multiple things are coming. Either it is a data science, machine learning, deep learning, all are the part of the artificial intelligence. So any one single activity cannot make full-fledged application. So when we are talking about any application, we require the Python programming, we require the machine learning, we require the data science, we require the deep learning, we require the help of all the different technologies to work on that. So machine learning is nothing but you have to write some algorithms. Either it is a data science related algorithms or the like linear regression, logistic regression, where you are training your models with the different type of algorithms. And in the data science and deep learning, you have huge number of records. You have to process that records and predict some output with the help of that large number of data by training the models. So difference between that artificial intelligence and machine learning is not nothing like, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is very big umbrella. In that, ML is a small part.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Ravindra. Thanks. Is any other questions? If you have any other questions, anything related to artificial intelligence, data science, deep learning, you can ask.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, hi,
Yes.
Tarva.
Hello, sir. I am Atharva Kumbheskar from JSPM Nare Technical Campus,
Yeah, hi.
and I want to ask a question from. Hello, sir. Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, sir. I want means in Japan recently they invented a new car that is just it means fly in the air as well as it means run on the road itself.
Mhm.
So my question is it means output of artificial intelligence?
Yes, definitely. It is output of artificial intelligence. Means it is not only that AI, means multiple things are there. Mechanical engineering is there, robotics is there, data science, deep learning is there, image processing is there. So it is combination of sensors are there. So multiple things comes together and then they create that, means that type of output. So altogether they have worked on the multiple different programs or the different technologies and combined that together, and they got that type of output. So yeah, it is the one type of AI. And even miss definitely in future also it will come here also, that
Uh,
means yeah. Yes, Atharva.
Sir, in data science, means big data is one concept which is very popular in recently. So, what means? Can you tell me something about big data? Because I don't know any. Means I don't have any idea about it.
Exactly, yeah. So what happened, miss, just I will give that high level of overview of the big data. So when you have the huge amount of data where your excel sheet fails, your excel sheet cannot hold that data, you will require large tons of records to store some in hard disk, and you cannot open it in the either in Excel sheet or any database. Also at that time, you need to work on that type of data. It requires the big data, so that we call the big data, where that means either it is Google automatic car, where they are storing all the models of that huge records are there. So that type of examples are examples of the big data. Means even Facebook's face detections model, that is one example of the big data. So huge number of records they have stored, and they are processing that data. So to process that data, it requires very computational, high computational models. So you know that in the Facebook DeepMind, that example, that project, they have the 9 hidden layers. The way I've shown you, there is the 2 hidden layers, but if you go to that example, there are the 9 hidden layers are there. So you can just imagine how much complex that model will be to write that algorithms and all these things. So when they have the huge amount of data, they require to write that type of means projects or algorithms, where they use that with the help of big data, they are working on that models. Yeah, Rohan is saying that interested in AI
Thank you so
course.
much.
Yeah, thanks Atharva. Thanks Rahul for enrolling. Thanks Rohan.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt, sir. We have reached our time limit actually, and so I
Okay,
would like to conclude it here.
okay. Thanks. Yeah, thanks
Uh,
Manisha.
yes, sir. So I would like to thank you, like for giving out time from your schedule for providing valuable insights over this topic and interacting with our participants, and giving them a like brief overview about how it is and how it works. I would also like to thank everyone who took out time and attended the session, and we hope that it has been of some help for you. Uh, because Impressions is now in its fifth edition, and we are like conducting all in a virtual mode. So I would like to just add in that we are conducting the fest in a virtual mode, and we have set the dates like on between 20 to 22. We are conducting the events online, and we would like to see you there. And with this, I would like to conclude the session. And again, I thank all of you for making out time for this session. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so thanks for everyone, and people, you can just put your feedback in this form. Just we have shared one form, so you can put your valuable feedback about the course, about the session. So we would definitely like to improve our whole webinar. So if you have any inputs about the course, you can just put it there. Thanks Manisha, thanks all the people who have joined the today's session. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, guys. So we end our session here. Thank you for participation and for your time. You can leave now.